Oh, hello there.
Oh no.
We're live
Oh yeah.
on Crit the Bed. Welcome everybody to the first episode of our brand new D&D podcast with brand old new characters that are old, that have previously existed, but it's new on this channel. So
That's
welcome.
us.
That's us. My name's Tim. I'm the Dungeon Master for this actual play 5e D&D podcast show. And with me I have these wonderful players. So without further ado, I'll let you each introduce who you are and who you'll be playing tonight. Just as a reminder for those that have already watched us, and a little intro for anyone that might be new. Take it away, Chad.
Chad, Big Bad Chad, as they call me. The lizard
Who?
folk wizard, Big Bad Chad. You know this. You're not new. Are you a new subscriber?
Can't do that.
Lizard wizard. We'll become best friends over the course of this show. Don't worry.
Just realised I can't use that screen. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
I was like, there are all my notes. Smooth.
There we go.
But if anyone else can see the B, you get to look at our character sheets. That's awesome.
Yes.
Not that we use them because we don't know what we're doing.
I have never looked at my character sheet.
So that was Big Bad Chad. Who else?
Yeah. Who's next?
Alice is next.
Me, I play ASMR, the Azamar Paladin, fallen Azamar Paladin, but thinks very much angelic. Yeah, she's brutal and has memories. Also, thank you, Spooky Milk Penguin. The same roll the tape in the chat. We have no more tapes to roll. Roll that.
Roll the tape.
Roll the last 20 seconds of us going live. Go.
Who's that?
Okay. Next is Pip.
So I play a grown ranger called Pip. That's all I have to say about her.
She's grung. She's a ranger. She's Pip.
And she
She's
also can't
small
touch things.
and red.
Yeah.
I can touch things.
She can't touch things.
It's just
Can't-
bad things
can't- she
happen
can't
when I
touch
touch
things.
things.
And are you alone on your adventure, or do you have a little companion?
Oh yeah. I have a companion called Bando, who is a flying monkey, and I never ever forget that he exists.
Really.
It's your constant, loyal companion through thick and thin.
We're all good pet parents.
Everybody is. Flawless pet parents. Okay, on to Parter.
I am Josh. I play Parter Ture, our little furball druid. He has a penchant for all things natural, and he loves life. He loves the earth. Can't keep down any food. Is an absolute pansy, and is technically a pacifist, but I don't think he really shows that. But we'll find that out more. We'll find out more of that.
I feel like you've killed more people on the show than anybody else has, to be honest.
Well, I'd say that we may know that, but I don't think your characters know that.
I think we do because we're like,
Pretty sure we know that.
Hey, leave him alone.
We see it.
oh, not again.
Parter is a peace-loving little furball. Leave him alone.
I think you're gonna say Parter is a piece of
I mean, that's true as well. So.
No,
Wow.
he's lovely.
Hot takes. And Parter, are you alone on your journey, or do you have also companions that you may have forgotten about 30 episodes ago?
I have definitely forgotten all my little critters that are walking around in my sleeves and in my outfit. So I've got Joanne, Dave, and I think there is Harry as well. Little Harry and Katrina. Katrina as well, my little water bump. And
That's the one.
I've definitely left them
Who's
somewhere down.
Joanne?
She was a mouse, I think.
No, she's
I'm
definitely
gonna be honest. I'm the worst kind of animal parent in my life.
Joanne is me. Me
Oh yeah,
is
you're
Joanne.
Joanne.
So you definitely got Harry, and you definitely got
Katrina.
Katrina
Dave.
and Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave and Katrina are the water boatmen. Harry, I believe, is your little mouse friend.
He's the little mouse, yeah.
Yeah.
But I may or may not have completely forgotten about them, and I'm sure they're down like a tunnel somewhere.
Just frozen in ice, little ice cube of water boatmen.
Yeah, sure.
And all right, okay. So Mike, what's up?
I'm Mike. I'm also Annie out of character. I'm a changeling sorcerer. I have also a pet that I care for so much, and some days call Phantom, some days call Shadow. because I forget their names. Yeah, that's me.
Doesn't he have another name?
Yeah, I didn't want to
One more
correct you
name.
there, Mike, but he has got a new name. He's been renamed when he got resummoned.
No one knows the name of their own pets.
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
I genuinely completely forgot.
Oh, Hot Rod.
Yeah.
The
Ow.
chat knew the name before you do, and Eagletron says new low for the pets, which is accurate and shocking that we can get any lower. But yeah,
That's saying something.
And sorry, Alice, I may have been sort of freaking out when I accidentally revealed all my notes. Did you say your pets as well?
I can't list all of them because it's too painful.
But have you got your current one?
My current one is definitely
Giant-
Smashburger,
Yes,
the giant ice spider
correct.
who is sassy and kind. It's not an ice spider anymore, actually, is it? It's slightly different. It's like
It's-
more gross and furry.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a phase spider. But you don't know that yet.
Wants
A
to
little bit
eat.
looking. And actually, technically, also, Chad, you probably have another friend that you like to carry along with you.
Do I?
Yeah, just on the
I wouldn't call it a friend.
on the right arm.
Oh, yeah,
Chad's
that
right
one.
arm man.
Yeah, friend is a bit of a stretch. I have a manipulative evil X attached to my arm, like shoved into
Is it X?
a gaping wound.
Manipulative evil X.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
It's Chad Pilgrim who's got to defeat his
Yeah,
evil X's.
exactly.
Evil X's.
Yeah, it's my first evil X. And so.
Won't be your last.
Yeah, if everybody has friends that they're bringing along, I guess that counts. Good old Aldous.
And not wanting to just extend all of this on and just shame you for all of the people that you drag along with you on your adventures, but I believe Parter, you also might have a little
I've got a little
passenger.
friend. I've
Passenger.
got a little passenger, little inner ghost, as you might call it. A 200-year-old woman. 200 year?
No.
She's old.
She's
old.
1800 years old.
Yeah, see, close. 200.
1,600 years
1800.
ago, she was 200 years ago old. So.
That's it.
Keep going. But yeah, but
But yeah, she knows things and she's getting to know me. She's in my head and she can control me, and I black out and she walks around. So
all perfectly normal.
perfectly normal.
For
It's a
us.
standard group of friends.
Yeah.
Nothing weird to see
Nothing
here.
weird about us.
Nope, not at all. Well, thanks for that. I'm just going to give a little context about where everybody is right now, just in case anyone's new to the stream or to the VODs and is completely confused as to why there's 5 level 10 characters with a whole host of people following them around. So we're in a campaign setting called the Mistfield. It's been formed after a meteorite crashed into the main continent and wiped out about 80% of the population. And in the last 1800 years, it's just civilization kind of building themselves up again. We met our intrepid crew back in Blackmire, a small village in the swamplands. After that, they dealt with some local business. They moved on and up as they grew in power and notoriety. Moved on to Keld, the biggest settlement in that local area. They pushed on to Suttonshore, which is the capital of that particular area of the Mistfields. And they helped more people. Then they tried to steal a pirate ship, messed around with a very experimental relocation engine inside of it, and transported the entire pirate ship and everyone on board thousands of miles away into the Shatter Mountains, which is where they are now, which is a big frozen ice tundra where they've met ice skating yetis, well, snowboarding yetis, I should say, and they entered a goblin skiff, Mad Max style race. They visited a haunted house with some very friendly undead that have gone vegan. Did actually just kill another adventuring party for little to no reason. Explored a labyrinth, killed a witch, met their gods, and now they're here. So standard story. You can find that in any book. Open it up. Standard story. But specifically last time, on the last episode, which doesn't exist on this channel, I shall let you know what happened. A nap, a siesta, 40 winks, a good night's sleep. That's what the friendly boys enjoy, and what's better to wake up to after a full evening's rest. A corpse in the rafters, a ghost in the head, an awakened axe on the arm, an unconscious ally in the arms, a mount devouring a body, but the worst of it all is a breakfast consisting of porridge, sourdough and beans. How will our intrepid party survive? Well, you're just going to have to tune in and find out.
Hey.
Hey,
I'd like to see, like, there's a pattern in the chat as well, in that people are just very much warning anyone who's new to get used to being confused, and for us to be confused, and I appreciate it. It's accurate. It's very accurate.
I appreciate it, but
Right.
I feel very called out by the fact that they just said the players are permanently confused. I mean, we are, but we also don't want to admit it.
That's
Yeah,
100% our
Gotta
brand.
own up to it.
Yeah.
Tim didn't mention this, but for anybody that's new, so it's clear, we are the good guys. Do not forget
Yes.
that whatever happens, we're the good guys.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it.
Don't ignore all the evidence to the contrary
Yes, exactly.
that they aren't.
Yeah,
They are.
if at any point we ever seem like we don't know what we're doing, especially when it comes to like counting or rolling dice, like if it ever seems like that, we're just joshing the
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
all
it's all pretend.
yeah.
Don't take my name in.
Oh.
But Hole also says good luck with the new show, which is nice.
Hey,
Thank you.
We
Thanks,
knew it,
Jim.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Love you, Jim.
Jim Jam and Banana Jam.
Jamaica.
Hey, it's our friend.
Jim Jam Jamal Jan is coming on this episode.
Did you say there was porridge this morning?
There was. You've had.
To be clear?
Well, I mean, you can go back for seconds if you wish.
Nope.
We are starting the episode like in the mess hall. So you're in the keep on the ice tundra, which is the commander in chief is Katessa, which is the sister of Cakalith, who was the vampire countess of the haunted mansion I mentioned earlier, who was murdered horrifically by somebody or some entity. Then our resident druid, Parter, resurrected her, or reincarnated her with the spell reincarnation, as a male stout halfling. So she kind of woke up in amongst all of the gore and the viscera of all of her friends and people that she's been living with for the last like nearly 2,000 years. And then just kind of sped off, nabbed your goblin skiff that you used to win the race, and that's where you are now in this ice keep.
We were going to go meet the giants, right? There's a couple giants up in the mountains, if I recall correctly, that were going to...
Jamana twins.
The bananagram twins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Banana-
Yes.
That's the one. That's definitely
Yes.
what I called them.
Yes,
I
that's
think
what
we
called
were
them.
we were debating whether like to help. I don't think these guys will wait for us or come with us. So it's, do we stay and help these guys, or do we go and as planned and not get distracted again and go see the banana Jolkin men?
That's right.
So it's just it's Volkath and Yaktor, Terra Nolakin.
Banana Jolkin.
Yeah. So they are the twin brother and sister joint leaders of the Shattermounts, and they are Goliaths, which are like half giants almost.
I feel no loyalty to this group of people, and I feel like we'll also only be either weighed down or killed outright if we stay and fight. So my vote is that we just leave and no one will notice.
You
But
discuss
before we
loudly
leave-
at the table in the mess hall.
But I also have a mouthful of porridge, so you can't, even you guys can't really hear what I'm saying.
Is anyone else in the mess hall with us?
Yeah, it's packed full of people.
Everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna usher for all of you guys. To, like, in,
So Mike, actually, you are not there.
I'm not-
Oh yeah.
So that's a good cue. Let's go to Mike. So Mike, you are. It's dawn. The trail has gone cold, and you're out in the icy tundra.
they left me outside.
No, you went out there of your own volition.
And got very busy in between
Yeah.
those two things. Thank you. very
You
much.
know what you did last night?
You murderer.
So all you've managed to gather is a scrap of like what looks to either be part of a leather belt or maybe part of a piece of strap of leather armor. You're not really sure, but you find it like caught on a particularly sharp piece of rock as you're exiting the ice caves and going further into the tundra. But the trail has gone cold, both metaphorically and literally. It is freezing out here. So you don't have too much to do except for turn around and go back to the ice keep, and you go back to the barracks where you were sleeping last night to find that everybody's already up and gone from there. So you wander around the keep for a little bit and you find the mess hall. As you poke your head in, you see everybody tucking into a breakfast. Your 4 compatriots there shoveling a mixture of porridge. Well, hopefully it's not too much of a mixture, but a mixture of porridge, sourdough and beans.
I don't really have the greatest memories right now, but I fear something eerie is this way coming. So I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility.
Okay. On yourself?
Go into the mess hall towards my friend.
Okay.
On myself. And go into the mess hall towards my friends.
Okay, I'm going to say roll sneak or roll stealth with advantage for me, Mike.
No.
Yeah, stealth with advantage.
Why? Why can't I?
Because there's somebody at your table that's particularly good at hearing things.
Sorry, what did you say?
Roll your stealth with advantage.
Okay, go.
I was waiting for the. What do I roll?
How do I roll?
A D.
Okay. 13, but I'm going to roll with advantage. 11. Okay, 13.
13 total. Okay. So I think like a few of you hear the light footsteps as you're like conspiratorially talking to one another about what you should do, and then next to one of you, let's say Aya, you feel the bench kind of creak and lower slightly as if a weight has been put on it. But when you look to your left, there's nothing there. You reach out and grab Mike's face.
No.
But to everybody else, it just looks like you're just reaching into nothing. Or now you're twisting her head.
Just feeling her face, see if I recognize.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You feel like you're very familiar with, for some reason, with Mike's hair texture.
You feel my
Got that hair anywhere?
And then you just stroke your hands along her teeth like it was the keys of a keyboard.
ASMR, what are you doing?
What are you going to say?
Oh, no, I'm waiting.
Oh, I thought you were about
I'm
to
going to
say
say
something.
something, but I'm just waiting for you.
I'm going to lean in.
No, don't. Natural. Okay, I'm hiding because I think something's after us and I have a bad feeling. So, shh.
Can we hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. Just to be clear. Like, she was invisible, but she wasn't mute.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I spoon up a bit of porridge, like in Hook?
Yeah.
Just flick
Alright.
it at the space next to Aya.
Roll to hit with disadvantage, Parter.
Hi.
Also, it took you what, like 10 minutes to make a Hook reference?
Yeah.
More or less it. 14.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
15.
15. What's your AC, Mike?
16.
16. Yeah, he just sails off into air and slops and hits the back of one guard's head as he's eating his dinner. His hand goes to the back of it and just pulls some sticky porridge off the back of it and looks over his shoulder at your table. Like,
I look at Chad and I'm like, Chad, why did you do that?
I find it really funny, so I stand up and I grab a handful of porridge and I throw it at Parter.
okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Bye. I'm going to take the distraction to whisper to Mike. I'm sorry.
Got my name.
I was too far into your mouth to remember your name. Have you killed another person, or what's the emergency?
I'm sorry. You know how normally when you talk with your hand over your mouth?
A bit. Have you? I'm whispering this. Have you murdered anyone?
Yeah.
Again? Like, what is the emergency?
No, I woke up and found a body with bite marks, and genuinely it wasn't me. If it was me, I'd like brag about it, but it wasn't me. It wasn't, and so I put them in my cloak and hid them in the rafters. But something's been following us, and it's like
Okay. Well, the good news is the spider's eaten the evidence.
She can't see the image. I go.
Yeah, they are the good guys.
We are.
But
The bad news is that evidence could have helped us find the real killer, who we just assumed naturally was you.
And it's about this point, whilst Parter is covered like a Phantom of the Opera style mask with porridge, that a klaxon starts going off, and immediately when that happens, all of the guards and people inside the mess hall like push the benches back, stand up, and they rush out of the room. And there's just clanging of armor for the ones that are still armored. There's trays and bowls and plates, cutlery, hit the floor, make a clanging noise, and just footsteps. A few seconds goes past, and then there's silence apart from the klaxon. You're left on your own in this big mess hall.
This is our chance then. Do we take this fight, or
I think we just run.
Do we just bail on their alarm?
Maybe we should ask what last part is ghost. What we should do.
Maybe Aya, what are you doing just talking to thin air?
Well, my hand is actually inside Mike's mouth for some reason, and Mike is innocent. I felt her teeth; they didn't feel like they've been eating flesh lately, and I happen to believe her because I wouldn't keep evil company that just murders people anyway. But the bad news again is that the spider ate the evidence of someone else's murder, and we might be at risk because of that.
This is extremely complicated.
There's a lot happening.
There's a lot happening. To Pip's point, do we help? Do we go? Do we eat porridge and keep throwing food at each other? Food fight? Food fight?
Why I'm just gonna cancel my invisibility and start eating porridge because I'm right. Oh, I can't. Can I eat porridge?
Oh, you're.
You don't know. You never tried.
No, I want to try.
This might actually be your first meal. Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage for me, please.
Yeah, porridge, Alice?
No. I really love that the army is here, and you're like, now is the time for me to eat porridge.
I need my strength.
Porridge.
She needs her energy to get down and start slashing people's ankles.
Exactly. Sorry, Constitution saving throw and
Disadvantage.
that's it.
Yeah.
I'm too old for this, Lax, so just keep telling yourselves you're the good guys.
That's the one. 13. Okay. You manage to keep some of it down, but you start having like really bad acid reflux when you start eating that porridge. You just feel it like you're getting pushed up and just burning your throat.
I feel like this is a perfect example of where we're just completely ignoring the objective of what Tim's
I was
trying
gonna
to
say we cannot spend an entire episode eating a bowl of porridge. Please.
This is meant to be us being better.
Run away.
This is meant to be us being better. Come on.
No. Let's
So
run
what-
away. We have nothing to offer them. We're a mess.
Do you have any? I can't say it properly, can I? So I'm gonna have to say it. Bennies. Have you got any bennies for your acid reflux?
That's another quest for another day.
The quest for an antacid.
Sorry. Oh, inner voice. Oh, I've forgotten what my ghost's called. Oh God, I'm so bad at it.
Lady Suspiria.
Oh yeah.
Inner ghost.
Lady Suspiria. Oh, Lady Suspiria.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. She takes over your vocal cords and she answers you. Yes, Parter. And then she gives you your vocal cords back.
I forgot where you were for a second. We need your help. There's big alarm going off. We're just having food fight, and I'm watching some invisible person eating something and having trouble. We kind of need to know which way to go. Do we go big giants or do we do the big alarm thing?
Well, you know my thoughts on this. The creature that seems to be with the undead horde is the one that betrayed me all those thousands of years ago. Any path that leads you to that creature so you can kill him is the path I vote for.
Are you able to do big damage through me with that person?
I can disassociate myself from your body temporarily, but I have to reinsert myself into you.
Not a problem. My pleasure.
But no, I can't really do a huge amount of damage. You know, I've just kind of been wasting away in that dimension. My ectoplasm is so dry.
You'll be a bit more moist than me. It's fine.
Josh, just because we can say all this shit doesn't mean you have to.
It's so warm in here.
Adam's got grease.
I don't know. Right, get back inside. I'm gonna have a chat with this lot.
So,
right.
like, just for everybody's, like, for context, Part has been speaking in two different voices to himself in front of all of you.
He's been sexting with himself
Yes.
Honestly.
for clarity.
We had to
insert itself into you.
And it's literally breakfast, which makes it even more gross somehow. The chat says it's Damus Paradigm says it's all fun and games until someone gets reinserted into power.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's happened way too often, unfortunately.
Besides putting nobody wants
It's just like plugging a switch back into its dock.
Oh,
Oh.
Like a bulb in a bush. So,
venomous.
No.
I've been having a little chat. So she's adamant we should probably help this lot fight this man, and then we should go to the big giant people. All right. I kind of think we should, because this man's just gonna keep on chasing us, and we're gonna keep on running, and we got numbers here. We haven't got numbers elsewhere.
Yeah, but we almost died last time we tried to fight him.
It almost died.
Am I crazy, or are the Goliaths? They're not giants. They're Goliaths. Is that right? Aren't they the ones that are supposed to help us beat this undead horde that we lost to very poorly last time? So if she wants us to get there, doesn't that mean go to the Goliaths and not go die on the front lines?
The Goliaths were there last time with the dwarves in the last place. They don't.
Yeah.
Lady Suspiria,
yes. Parter says.
I've
We're calling it back already.
got a counter argument. Chad's got a very good point that we've got more people we could get to help defeat this person, but it's going to be a detour and we can't attack him right now. Is that right?
As I said, the path that leads to him is the path I think you should choose. I don't know what path that is currently, because I have the same amount of information you do right now.
But I'd like to say that they both lead to him, so I'm a little bit stuck. I fear we could be going round in circles, and I'm not very good at that.
As Parter is chatting to himself, you see an awkward, small man in a dusty brown robe shuffle in. He's wearing a pair of sandals. He's got like a big chain around his neck with some keys on it. And he shuffles into the room, looks around and sees you 5 plus friends sitting at the table, and he shuffles over to you and just hovers behind Parter meekly.
Is he wearing
Are they
sandals in
nice
the combat?
sandals?
Yes.
Yeah. But
Are they nice sandals?
No.
Why are people wearing sandals?
Are they Crocs?
Can we help you?
Can we?
Sorry, I did want to interrupt what you were saying. But my lady. No. My name is.
Slightly different.
My name is not Lady Suspiria. My name is Sebastian. I am an attaché to the commander, Catessa. She would very much like to talk to you. If you have
Can
time.
come and say that to us herself.
Where is she then? Come on.
She is in
We're
her.
right here.
She's in the war room. She sent me to come and fetch you.
All right.
All right.
I mean, it's the least we can do if we're gonna ditch. So.
Yeah, we need to at least let them
Yeah.
know. We need to like stay on good terms.
Mhm.
Also, just before we go, if we do go, sorry, do we know how far away, like how many days worth travel the Goliaths are?
If you're talking about Terralocan twins, I think I could help.
Can I'm getting Lady Suspiria out. I want Lady Suspiria to talk to Sebastian for a little minute.
Well, if you raised me again.
Yeah, would you be able to have a little chat with Sebastian about how long it takes to get to
Cool, Josh.
these Goliaths, please?
Yes,
Back and
yes,
forth,
of
if you will.
course. And she turns you around, so you're facing him. Stands up, like you're now towering over this poor fellow. He's like 5'2", like all hunched over and stuff. And she just like demands down at him. I think you should tell the rest of this group like how long it will take to get to the Terralocan twins in the Shatter Mounts. Answer them now. Sorry. I think it would take. If it's on foot, it should take me about, I don't know, like 10 days. Is it 40 days? But you know, if you go, if you can get the drakes, if you go to Dragon's Perch Peak, and you can get some drakes, you can get them much quicker. Or if you go on the underground, the Dugar rails, I suppose you could get there via the mine system. For only a little bit longer. It's probably safer. Okay, you can go now.
What are drakes? What are drakes?
Drakes are like small dragons.
Oh, cute.
I want to do that.
I want to meet dragons in Dungeons and Dragons for the first time.
Yeah.
We finally got.
Can
the
you
dra-
point us in the right direction to them, please?
I don't know where it is. Yes, certainly. If you go to, if you head, go west, and then you have to track up the northern trails for probably a good 2 days hike, and you should find the small kobold settlement up there, Dragon's Perk Beach, and you can like maybe barter or hire or otherwise obtain some drakes.
Out of character question: did we get our car back?
Yes, you did.
Up front.
We drove it here.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Let's
right.
drive the car to the dragon.
You remember when Parter tied arrows to the back of the car?
Yes, that's right.
Murdered him.
That's right. Yeah. So then we could go out for a day trip and come back. Really?
That sounds delightful.
Yeah. We just take a little day trip to the Drakes.
That's what.
I'm really
think-
sorry to interrupt. My mistress is still waiting for your presence. I'm really going to have to try and like usher you on slightly into the. Maybe if you just go.
Do you think,
If it'll just be a real big solid. I mean, I'm just an attaché, and she gets awfully angry sometimes. So like maybe
Do you
just
think she
like
could
walk
wait
walk
3
and
to
talk.
4 business days?
walk and talk. SB.
Remember that time when the guy in our where we started, because I can't remember, was in a hurry to get us off. and we
Yeah,
kept
I kept going back with more
Oh.
questions.
Yes, Mayor Ocken Salazar.
Goodbye now.
Oh,
And you still talking to me. You had to turn around and you had to go back to talk to him about things.
We were halfway there.
What do we want to do
I'm gonna clap at him
as
and be
a
like,
team?
Well, why don't you just walk us there? Because you're just talking to us and not doing anything.
Take responsibility for your own.
Why are you wearing sandals?
We aren't in charge of you.
What are those?
They're not
So
the good
cruel.
guy.
Okay, so he
Why
looks.
are we bullying him?
If he could like fold himself into a singularity of a black hole right now, he would. He just kind of like recesses further into his ill-fitting robe and shuffles, like backs off and then shuffles out the door, like kind of tentatively looking back around to see if you're following or not.
I follow very closely behind.
No, too closely.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a 7'3" creature against a 5'2" creature, very closely.
Just like you're
Also,
just
he's like,
you're just over the top of him like an umbrella.
Yeah. So like as I lift my knees, it's kind of pushing him in the lower spine.
Jeez.
he should be.
Why are you bullying this poor man?
Not me.
I hate this guy so much.
No, leave him. We know his name's Sebastian. We never know anyone's names.
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Sandals.
We can't kill him because we know.
There's absolutely no way that I'd be able to get away with bullying Sebastian Stan.
So it's now canon that I've put in. His name is now Sebastian Sandals.
I like him. Let's follow him into our death.
I wonder whether we could take him with us.
Bag of holding. We haven't used the bag of holding for a while.
Well, let's just tie him to the back of the car like Josh did with Eric. Bring him along on our adventure. We can make him like a little air freshener.
There's more chance that he'll survive that than Aaron did.
I don't know. He's just a regular human man. He's got AC of 10, like 10 hit points. I don't think he's gonna last very long.
Breathe to death on this.
That'll be more fun than
I
serving.
really
this
want him
mistress.
to come.
Yeah.
Let's try and bargain. Whatever we bargain with her, he's part of the deal.
Oh no. Okay.
I kind of feel like Lady Suspiria and Sebastian will be forever friends.
Yeah, go ahead.
All I've got is Carter going, what are those?
Pretty
So-
sure that I don't
Are
wear
we
shoes
there
as well.
yet?
Yes. Eventually,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're just talking amongst yourselves and like talking out loud how you're going to bring him with you and tie him to the back of your car, and he's like his shuffles get even more furtive and nervous as you're getting closer and closer. And then you approach this ornate oaken door. There's two guards standing out either side. As you've gone through all the corridors as well in between, you've just seen all of these people getting ready for war. Like they're a mixture of different races, but all mostly look martial. They're in different states of having their armor on. They're either running to the barracks or running to the the armory to put the weapons on, or they're rushing to their station. And they're kind of like pushing past each other, and then they're like pushing Sebastian into the wall. But they mostly just give you guys a fairly wide berth. And when you approach the war room, the two guards standing either side of the door open it up, and you walk in and you see Commander Contessa and some of her generals all standing around an animated map on the table in the middle of this war room. And as soon as she sees those, like, it's about time. Where have you been, Sebastian? I told you to get over here like 10 minutes ago. Times
Don't
of
talk to
the
him like
essence.
Yeah, how dare you be so rude to this man who's been nothing but kind to us.
Give this
You know
man
what?
some shoes.
Sebastian Sandals is an angel.
I'm gonna lean forward and just whisper to Sebastian, "This is a bit more serious than I took you for. I'm really sorry."
Okay.
This
This-
man has cold feet.
This small, broken man just slinks off into the corner of the room and sits down.
Anyway.
Sorry about that. You know, you shouldn't really send a douchebag to do a proper person's job. There's a reason I've invited you
I
here.
will fight you.
Do you still have a spoonful of porridge?
I've probably still got porridge on my face.
Probably. I like how you just flipped on him so quickly.
Still very strong either way.
Yeah.
No one
What
makes
are
them-
those? Come with us.
As you could probably tell, like things have really taken a turn for the worst. So, looks like we've seen a large horde of undead a few miles south, marching from the lands of the Ice Elves towards the dwarven stronghold of Thunderdark. That's where all my forces are mobilising. We're going to try and intercept them right now, sending off missionaries to the dwarfs in Thunderdark to see if we can get a coalition going ahead to try and stop their advance into the rest of the rest of the world. Really, we're the last bastion before they get to the Goliaths, so we need to do our absolute best. She turns to the rest of the warlords and she gestures to one of them, who sweeps his hand over the table, and the map disappears, and they exit the room. And she just gives a nod over to Sebastian, who gets up, shuffles over towards the double door, and then lets himself out, pulling the doors closed. You can see that she's like garbed in her war armor, which is like sort of reflective, almost silver or chrome armor that would reflect the terrain around her, helping her to blend in on the snow and the tundra. And She visibly sort of sags slightly as everybody else leaves. Says, "But I don't want you to go with them. I've got a special mission for you. I haven't.
Can Sebastian come back, please?
It's not really for his ears. This is very important, and
We
I
trust
do
him with
worry.
our lives.
You don't know him. You don't know how weak a man. It's like a thin stream of white piss."
There is nothing wrong with being a weak man. I'm sorry.
We were all weak men once.
She kind of looks confused and then just nods and just racks it up to some kind of nature ranger saying, wiser than she understands. It's like, so basically I can't trust any of my men to do this on my behalf. None of them are really up to the task, and also if they go to where they need to be going, brandishing my sigil, they probably ain't going to get very far, if I'm honest with you. I need an impartial group that can look after themselves to help save this land. And I think you might be
I
up to the
don't think
task.
we're your people.
No? Well, okay, then I guess we're all going to die.
Sorry to be direct. When you get to the point, what do you need us for?
I need you to make a peace
Haven't
offering
eaten yet.
to the hobgoblins.
Hobgoblin.
Yes. I don't think that combine
But
my
we
depleted
were
forces.
going to go to the Goliath.
I know, it's on your way. You don't just stop in, have a chat, maybe save the world on your way there.
So you want us to make a peace offering?
Yes. So it's
Why?
well, basically because my forces and them have been at war on and off for the last few decades. You know, they kill my people, I kill theirs. It's all quite bitter at the moment.
Why do I feel like you're sending us in for our own little death? Because surely if it's between you and them, sending random people like us in, they're going to pick up on that straight away and be like, well, hang on a minute.
No, I need you to be like an objective outsiders, not on anybody's. We need to bring ourselves together, put aside our differences. I haven't really mentioned it to the rest of my troops or the generals or anything like that, but we're in a pretty bad state. Like, our forces are depleted, everybody's worn out, we're really low on ammo and food. The dwarfs, very similar. I haven't told anyone that either. To be honest with you, our only real hope
We get
to
it. Can
fortify
you
it.
get to the point?
Also, sorry to interject again. A couple of questions, okay? First of all, most important of all, what do we get out of it? We don't really like to do things for free. So what do we get out of it? How can you guarantee that we're not going to die? And what if we go in saying, hey, we're here for like a peace treaty or whatever? What can we bring? How are they going to listen to us?
Well,
And
can I,
5.
We need
Can
to
we
help-
take Sebastian Sandals?
Yeah. And also, why us? Why do you trust us? You just met us. Like,
so I'll answer in reverse
Yeah.
order, I guess. I trust you because my sister has actually put a lot of faith and has talked you up, taught my ear off all night, telling me how good you people are, and now you saved her. Have you saved her? Have you real nice to her when you visited her? You saved her from death. You rescued Arid. You looked after him while he was out there. All this kind of business. So that's number one. Number two, the thing you're going to take is, unfortunately, the armour of the previous warlord of the Hobgoblins that I personally killed and have now mounted on my wall. And she like points over her shoulder at this like gleaming golden armour that she's got like presented over her like war room table. So I'm probably
Does
going
it
to.
look like it would fit any of us?
Yeah, I reckon like the physique of it, like hobgoblins are quite. I mean, you don't know the specifics of this particular hobgoblin, but generally speaking, they're quite large. So they probably would fit Aya, and they probably would fit Chad.
Can we check that it's not cursed first? Because last time we picked something off someone's wall, it ended up attached to their arm for life.
If we stick
I mean-
it to Chad anyway, he's got a cursed axe, so like, he's already cursed.
Yeah, I mean, have at it if you want to just like cast anything over it. Yeah, go for it now.
Let's put Sebastian in the armor.
Aw.
Also, the chat is very
Yes,
keen that we
please.
give Sebastian a sock to see if that frees him. So I need to try that.
I was gonna say, I'm
For his
just.
sandals?
Yeah.
Socks and sandals, right?
That's what
That's a
frees
joke.
him.
What a
I get
dude.
What a baller.
Somebody's also suggested that I become a cloud storage for ghosts.
I mean, you're not far off.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah. That's the first thing you said to him when you met him.
Yeah.
You look like a man that should be
good
cloud
for.
storage for
you
ghosts.
know-
know what you'd be good for.
I've got an eye for this kind of thing.
Does she strike us as being on the level?
Roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
You also need to tell us what we're going to get out of it.
Yeah. I was answering in reverse order, but I'll let you make that insight check as she's answering the question.
Annie is
Questions.
definitely the
That's nothing.
negotiator.
16.
16. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that she is pretty desperate. So with a 16, yeah, you get that she has been putting on bravado for her generals. You can also tell with a 16 that she doesn't like Sebastian. You can tell that she is truthful about killing this warlord and taking his armor. She's truthful that she wants to try and return it to the hobgoblins.
Okay.
And she's completely fine with you checking it out magically as well. You don't think she's hiding anything about the armor being cursed,
Right.
but she might not know if it's cursed or not.
Yeah. Personally, for the group side, I'm happy to do this if it's on the way to the Goliaths anyway.
Yeah, this sounds fun.
It sounds like a proper quest that we can actually do.
I want to find out what we get.
I state by it that I will only go if Sebastian Sandals comes with us.
Yeah, we need to,
100%.
Just put him in the armor.
That's the only, standing point. If we don't get Sebastian, I'm not doing it.
Then yeah, it's all done.
Mike, the prize that we get out of this is Sebastian is our friend. That's our reward.
plus whatever she was going to offer.
Can Sebastian go on your tail, Chad, and like ride your tail like Parter's done before?
I mean, if you
Different.
want
Hey,
to.
when did you watch
Different
that?
kind of riding. Different kind of riding.
He's only little. He can.
He can ride all
Yeah.
day if he wants.
Do you remember
Yeah.
we flew? We flew when Mike became a crab.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah, and then I did a swan dive, like a magical swan dive, and completely.
I just didn't know people were into that, but
He might be.
Sure.
I think it's worth asking him.
I feel like it's more you into that.
No, part of.
But anyway, sorry, contestant. What are we getting from this?
So, basically, if you want him, you can have him. He'd be taking it off, man. He's been doing me a favour. I thought, like, with the way that Caliph was talking about you, that you're all the hero type and that you'd probably do this because it helps saving the world. So, I'll be completely frank with you. I ain't got anything in my coffer to offer you. We're really low on supplies. Got barely any food to feed my troops. I don't know. What do you want?
You got any magical things?
No. We want it. We want her army. We want her army whenever we can call on it. Give us something that can summon your army whenever we need it.
You want my army? You want me
Yes.
to commit my army to whatever cause you've got?
Yes.
That seems a bit unreasonable.
Whenever.
Same cause as you.
But no. But your army is gonna die if we don't go do this thing. So if we're going to do this quest to save your army, commit your army to us once.
Roll a persuasion check. And I will tell you
Well
that you
played.
need a 16 or higher to
That
convince
doesn't
her.
bode well. Oopsies. Roll.
By the way,
Wait,
if you have
before you
inspiration
roll-
or if anyone wants to give you inspiration,
Yeah. Before you roll, can I give you inspiration?
Yeah. And what am I rolling for?
Persuasion.
Okay. So the first one I got a 13. Fuck. And I've got Mike's.
yeah, you got inspiration. So Mike, mark that off your character sheet so you can turn it off, and then you roll
Thanks,
again, Chad.
Yeah, for sure.
I rolled a 16, my friends.
You got it. She ums and ahs and like paces up and down the war room a bit, and then looks back at you and goes, "Fuck it, all right. Yeah,
We got
my forces are dead. If you
Sebastian.
don't help me, you kind of got me over a bower here. So yeah." She walks off over to like what looks like a big wardrobe and opens it up, and inside it's just got some pretty standard-looking weapons. There is a nice looking pair of swords at the back that kind of fit what she's wearing. They're like all chromed and stuff. And she opens up a chest, small wooden box. Inside is lined with a red velvet or felt, and she plucks out 2 standard-looking stones, and she hands one to you, Chad. She goes, "You get one call. Call me on this. It's a sending stone, and if we can get to you in time, you've got 1 use of my army. Don't waste it. I ain't gonna commit my army if you're just in like a barroom brawl. You got yourself locked up. It's got to be legit. All right."
Agreed.
Chad, do we finally have Stony Tonys?
We finally have not walkie-talkies, but Stony Tonys.
So excited.
I've just
and
seen.
it's Stony Tonys with an army on the other end. I feel like we came out on top. We got
That's the
Sebastian
best kind
and
of
an army,
Stony Tony.
That's what you've
right?
ever done. Yeah.
I've just got to shout out one of these comments. Like, the one thing the friendly boys should not be trusted with is an entire army.
Thank you, Jack Taylor, for keeping us in check. We don't deserve this.
I'm slightly terrified, but also extremely excited at the prospect of us just calling in an army just because we're bored.
Yeah, if anybody has
Oh,
ever
wait.
watched this show before, we do cool things like this all the time. We definitely know what we're doing.
Call in the army for kickball.
Yes.
Oh, we need a crowd. Where can we get a crowd
We
from?
need a crowd. Yeah. That is exactly what we would actually call them in for.
Josh, straight after that comment, Spoopy said, "What would you trust them with?" That is the question.
That's a better question.
Nothing. Not even a kickball.
No,
Okay, trust me with a ghost.
no.
No.
I trust us with Sebastian. I think we'll look after him very well.
Yeah.
Okay. She puts out her hand for you to shake, and then looks at your axe, and then swaps to her other hand.
Can I make sure that my blade is not going to
Nice.
stab her? Yes. please.
Yep. So you carefully slither your lizard hand around a position where you're not going to stab her in the gut, and then you give her a firm handshake.
Yep.
So we have an accord.
I
You're going to deliver this to the Hobgoblins at the place, the Black Ice Caverns.
Yes. Can we also get a map? Sorry to ask.
Sure. I mean, there's one on the wall. Just take it.
Guys, we got a
Niall.
map. We got an army. We got Sebastian. I'm feeling top of the world right now.
I got one more little request on my behalf. I'm still wearing a dead monk's robes, and I've got nothing else. Have you got any
How did you
armor?
cast them?
Huh?
Where did you cast them?
He did it to himself.
Yeah, he cast Shatter and then exploded his own clothes.
Do you not
I
remember
don't
me?
remember
do,
that.
do you not remember me in the caves where you guys were like already down the tunnel, and like I was without clothes, just flapping around?
It was
No,
quite a while.
Separate quest for Parter.
Completely. Have you got any like medium armor?
She rolls her eyes and goes, on your way out, you can stop by the armory and just get yourself something.
Thank you. All right, I'll do that.
I've got all sizes.
So sorry, I've also got a tiny request as well.
You can now hear her rolling her eyes. Like it makes that noise.
It's really important. I'm so sorry. Do you have anyone that's around here that's sort of close to death that I could?
Suck.
Wow.
I haven't eaten. Anyone close to death?
She furrows her brow and then thinks of her sister and goes, "Oh, want to keep that on the down low? So, no one here. There are people in our infirmary, but rather you not sate your bloodlust on them. However, I got no problem with you on the way if you do find a stray hobgoblin that's like on a sentry or outpost. Make sure like no one sees, but just fill your boots. I know, but like I said, on the down low, I'm not really saying this to you. And if there's no one around and it's just him, fill your boots. Or find someone on the trail on the way there, but don't kill my men.
You are a bad person.
Look, I've been stationed out here for years. You've got no idea what I've seen.
Can I? What if like I have a little bit of Sebastian, but I don't kill him?
Hold on.
No.
Before
No.
we
All right.
before we-
Sebastian.
Deal.
No,
That's
wait,
fine.
wait.
It's fine. Do what you want with him. He's yours.
God damn it.
No.
Here's an actual question. Can vampires feed on vampires? Because I have a big bag full of vampires, actually.
You don't. You never have.
They're banshees? Banshees? What are they? What's in my bag?
One incubi and one
The
succubi.
incest twins.
Yes, do they... Yes, I have...
Incest twins.
I have a
They're
bag of
not
sexy sex twins.
Sexy sex twin.
They've
Are
had
they,
a whole party in there.
are they full of blood?
Good dancers.
You haven't looked in about. Let me see what days this is.
Properly dead.
For about
Probably
60
not.
days. You haven't looked.
All right. Well, maybe we can peek our heads in, and maybe you'll have an endless supply of.
Would you like to pop your head in?
Doesn't seem like
Not right
it.
now.
Probably not right now.
Sebastian said.
No. We'll find somebody else to feed you. Just we're not eating Sebastian. I whispered to Mike while I also high fived her for giving me inspiration.
The chat would like to point out, Jack Taylor said that if Mike does eat people, then they can just add them to the party cloud. So sweet.
Yeah, there you go.
Fine. It's win-win, really.
Yeah. Some kind of perpetual motion machine that you've now invented.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be like a scene from Split, isn't it?
Yeah, you just have a bunch of people inside you.
I'm...
I didn't mean like that. Anyway, so Cacalia goes there. All right, I'm gonna get all this packed up, and I'll get my guards and Sebastian meet you outside and get it loaded into your car. Right?
Right.
Let's do it.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. She opens up the door to the war room and just screams down the hall for some people to come and help her out. A few minutes later, you see a couple of guards with what looks like the Ark of the Covenant style chest on a litter walk into the room, and they start packing the armor into it.
Can I go to the armory with Sebastian to get him some clothes?
Sure, yeah. Sebastian's just outside, like on a little wooden stool in the draft, just kind of waiting to be called.
Does he look cold?
Yeah, he's trembling, but you don't know if it's out of fear, nerves, or the weather.
I'm going to use just from a little distance, I'm going to use Druid Craft just to create a little fire by him.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Is he human?
His robe catches fire. And he gets up and he starts, oh, my robe, oh god.
I look at him and go,
Don't kill me, sir, don't kill me.
oh no, I wasn't.
And he starts dancing. He's like, I'll dance for you, sir. It's fine.
Sorry. Oh no, I wasn't trying to kill you, I was trying to warm you up. You just
I
got
put myself out, sir.
You got a bit close, just chill out, just relax.
It's really
Sit
warm.
back
Can I
down.
just put this out, please?
Just put the fire out.
Okay.
No.
He just collapses on the floor and starts rolling on the flagstones, back and forth.
A bit more dignified than that, Sebastian, please.
Okay,
Come on. You're with us.
He does it more slowly and puts out the fire less quickly.
I look at Aya. as
He
I
gets
walk
up and
away.
just like brushes off his robe, which is like disintegrating at the bottom.
Is he a human?
Yes.
Are you sure?
What?
How,
Sure.
how old does he look?
He could be 30, he could be 65.
I love it.
Aw.
He's really like ambiguous.
Benjamin Button.
No, he's just like got one of those faces where if you said he was 30, you'd be like, yeah, he's 30, or he could be 65, you'd be like, yeah, he's close to retirement.
Is he taller than Pip?
He's 5'2", so I think Pip's
Oh, okay.
shorter than that.
I thought he was a lot shorter than that. In my head, he was like this tiny man.
But he has got like
Have you ever seen a human before?
so many other races in the world, it's quite likely he might not have done. So yeah, he just but again, he's so ambiguous. He could be a very tall halfling, he could be a very short human, he could be like the runt of an elven litter. You're not really sure. He's an
definitely
everyman
on the
peach balloon.
He's definitely on the 65 and because he's wearing sandals, right?
Sure, or he could just be a very unfashionable 30-year-old. Thank you very much.
Okay. Could be.
I'm going to scoop it.
I'll help you find socks and sandals are very stylish.
Oh,
I'm going to
thank you,
scoop
miss.
him up. I'm going to bend over, scoop him up from the.
Oh!
Be like, it'll be all right. Just.
He kind of starts squirming in your arms. He's not really sure what to do. And apologising.
Have I got my armour yet as well? I haven't.
No, you're on your way.
In the direction that we're headed, right?
Yeah,
Or have
I mean...
just taken a detour to pick him up.
No, he was right outside the war room, so you just scooped him up. And
Cool.
you're walking, and he's giving you directions towards the...
Cool.
But you're not... Oh no, I always think you're not very strong, but you are surprisingly strong. Yeah, you got no problem, just cradling this baby man in your arms.
Baby, middle-aged, old.
And-
Or it's post-retiree.
Yeah, and as we're all walking, like obviously the rest can then jump in a second, but I'm just whispering to him, apologising about his robe, and just telling him what a nice guy I am.
Okay. Yeah, he's not any more or less afraid of you, but he's not worse off.
But I feel better.
Okay, that's the main thing.
That's right.
Eventually you get to the Armory, which is albeit being cleaned out. There are still a few bits and pieces here, mostly like the oversized or undersized objects. You've kind of just got the scrapings of the barrel, bottom of the barrel.
All right. Can I look for some arm, leg, and body plates?
Yeah, sure. You find some particularly warm-looking hide armor that could fit you. It's kind of made for more of a Goliath type. It's got the right height, but it might just need to be pulled in a bit.
All right, that'll do. Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Can I go to Sebastian and I go to shake his hand just to say welcome to the team, but I want to try and figure him out.
Okay.
Because I have this weird feeling that obviously something's following us, and I want to figure out if he is this thing.
Okay.
Ruin this for us, Mike.
First of all, his hand is both dry at the fingertips, but his palm is really sweaty, and he's got a very cold hand, and he just gives you a very limp handshake. Roll an insight check for me, please.
8, but I'm going to use luck.
Okay.
I'm just not trying to ruin it. I'm sorry. Lucky,
While
not
she's doing
luck.
that, someone said Parter will be like, Alric, I'm leading the army of the dead.
Yep.
Thanks, we go fine.
12.
I got a picture of me doing that, but you lot aren't able to see it. It's just in my head. And there's a million of ghosts, and I'm singing Ride of the Valkyrie.
Good luck.
So yes, with a 12, you figure that this guy probably hasn't been outside much. It's kind of been passed from owner to owner at this point, and is just so used to being a servant. That's kind of all he knows, and doesn't really question orders when they are given. He doesn't seem to have any ulterior motives, but then he also doesn't seem to have much of a personality either.
Oh.
Can I say to him, and I say it really seriously to him, if you come with us, and it's your choice, I want you to know that you'll be free, you won't be our servant, you'll be our friend, and you don't have to come with us if you don't want to, but we would really like you to.
When you say, you won't order him around and he won't be a servant, he looks really afraid. He starts hyperventilating.
Order you around? If that's your thing, that's
He just puts his
fine.
head between his knees.
Oh, no,
Everything's gonna be okay.
no,
everything's gonna be okay.
please stop it.
First task is you need to wear some shoes and not sandals, okay?
Yeah, whoever posted that in the comments about the socks, 100% on. Throw a sock at him. Or just throw a bunch of clothes at him. Maybe one of them will stick.
Throw everything at him.
Throw porridge at him. I don't care.
If it worked for Dobby, I think is the logic.
Yeah.
So maybe when he has the sock, then he'll start being less afraid of not being seven.
You start picking up bits and pieces of tattered clothing and just throwing them at him. And while he's hyperventilating, you're just creating some kind of clothing material mountain that just kind of is expanding and contracting with his breaths.
You feel better now?
He doesn't stop hyperventilating, but he does give you a thumbs up.
Hey,
Good. We did it, guys. Well done.
Pick him up.
First quest done. Tick.
Job done. Retire.
Aw.
Can we go
So
now?
we're in the armory.
Yep. If you leave the armory, you can go outside and you can find your car. And outside you see 2 guards with like an order slip, which they present to whomever gets them first. This order slip says that the armor's been loaded into the car and that they're going to be the guardsmen of the gift, that they will help you carry it, basically.
I don't want them to come.
No.
Also, did no one else want anything from the armory?
Is it just me and my special
What?
leather?
I'm happy
Like I
with
said,
the
it's like
armor.
all pickings, and there's not much good left. Like she said that they've been really low on supplies, and really it's only because Parter destroyed his own clothes. He needed to visit there. It was only appropriate to him. There's not like any magical weapons there or any like really fancy armor. It's good to like stock up on like some miscellaneous stuff, but I never really track like arrows. I don't really track multitudes of daggers. I just always assume that during battles and rest stops and stuff, you can just grab what you need. I'm not going to go into that kind of minutiae.
You might have missed it earlier, Tim, but we did all stock up on rations when we were
Okay,
in the
sure.
mess hall. Just
You just
Hang on,
got
you
pockets
can't-
full of sour bread.
It's a bit-
And porridge.
Pockets full of porridge.
Yeah.
Mike just pocketed a couple of guards for later. So,
I'm still wearing my apron and I've filled my little pocket up with porridge for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you joke, but my spider has a dead body in it. It must be obvious what is happening.
Yeah, it's like abdomen is like weirdly distended with like a human form inside it.
Just put a big T-shirt on it.
Oh yeah, if we're outside,
I visited Warlord's Contessa's
stupid.
ice cave,
Yeah.
and all I got was his lousy t-shirt.
That's the sort of slogan he'd have on his t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
Sassy.
It's stupid.
So, Mike, you're all covered up for the outside world. Groovy. You leave the guards behind because Pip was like, "Nah, I'm good, thanks."
I mean, it's up to the group, but I don't trust them.
We don't
They
need
won't fit in the car.
They could fit in the car. I mean, you could lie to them and say they can't, but they could fit in the car.
We lied to them.
Okay.
them.
Look,
You don't need
It's
them.
really obvious.
You just shrug. You open the back door, and which they've already loaded the casket to, so they know exactly how much room's inside.
I mean, I'm not against them, but I'm not.
We don't need it. We don't need them.
We don't need 'em.
We're on a peace mission. We shouldn't
Yeah.
be bringing an evil army with us. We should be completely
Neutral.
bipartisan.
Can we not bring one as I'm hungry?
It's ironic because one of their names is Partisan.
Well, I feel
Parter
like
as well.
Obvious signs.
Bipartisan.
I feel like bipartisan.
this is very confusing. Parter and partisan.
Yeah, it's too confusing.
I don't know why I just said that so really. Partisan.
Mike, if you need a snack, you should do what you should do. But I think we're all just gonna start up our kinetic engine. So I don't know how you start that up. If we just run around.
Oh, you got a magic engine. Magic
Yep,
engine.
magic,
That you
that's
replace
right.
it. Yeah.
You're the guy that launched it. I mean,
That's right. I remember now.
You're the engineer.
You're the engineer.
Yes, of course.
You're like,
It's
how do we get this thing
a
started? You just start
engine.
rocking
Yes.
it
I
back and
remember
forth.
Yes. Well, I'm going to turn my back and start up the engine. Mike, it could be a long drive. You might get hungry.
Partisan, I think you should join us.
All right. Partisan shrugs. Gives a complicated handshake to his friend, and they chest bump, and he climbs aboard.
Oh, I feel like we separated
Oh,
you.
maybe they should both come with their friends.
out of interest, what was the other guard's name?
Yeah.
You haven't asked him.
Parmesan. 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 Parmesan.
Parmesan, partisan.
Parmesan. Partisan.
No.
His friends welcome, but I will kill them both. So it's you know.
He is welcome
Okay,
to
come
die.
on, Parmesan and Partisan, join us. Come on.
All right.
Come on in. There's another room.
The guard's like halfway back to the keep, and he hears you shouting after him, and he shrugs and turns around and comes back.
And it was
Great.
the last time
Sits-
anybody ever heard from Partisan or Parmesan ever again.
I love how you pronounce Parmesan. Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
So American.
Can you say Parmesan?
Parmesan.
Papa John's.
Papa John.
Partas-
Papa Schlapp.
Partisan.
Papa Schlapp.
Root.
Anyways,
So
Can we go? Can we go?
you're already tearing through the tundra already.
Oh.
In the back, there is Partisan and Roger, aka Parmesan, sitting in the back, like facing one another, gently rocking back and forth with the as the skiff goes over the undulating terrain. Had to get into episode 1. There's also Sebastian kind of just rolling around in the back. Hasn't figured out how to use the makeshift seat. Yeah, he's undulating on the floor. Like in a glitch ragdoll effect in a computer game. He starts clipping through the floor of the...
Is he still wearing his sandals?
One of them's come off.
Oh no.
Thanks. Okay, that's progress.
But he has wrapped a bunch of the stuff that you've thrown at him, like around his legs and feet.
Oh.
Bless him.
at least he's not on fire. So
True.
Yeah.
his life is improving because of us.
You were. Yeah, we did this.
For now.
We're the good guys.
Yeah.
But doesn't our vehicle have like a flamethrower on it as well?
Yes, at the top. Yeah.
There's still time.
And also clinging. If this was a film, the pullback of the camera comes away from the goblin skiff, and you're all inside it, and it comes out of the hull, and then you just see you see Smashburger clinging to the top, and it keeps like pulling out like it was on a drone. And you can just see like nothing for miles except for the mountain range off to one side that you're heading to.
And that's why they're clinging to our ship.
So you can all have a short rest at this point if you ever need to like refresh anything.
Yeah.
As about 8-9 hours goes by. You were at breakfast, so it's now not breakfast, otherwise known as dinner time, aka 5 or 6 p.m. in the evening. You're all a bit peckish. You've had some of the rations that Mike has stowed in her apron. You're all like eating out of it as like a trough, I assume. I don't know. Certainly
her
Sebastian's getting in there.
We just literally.
He's got no
dropping
shame.
out of her pocket.
Eating porridge out of her apron.
Yep.
Her
Yes.
pouch.
Wait, be careful.
The dinner of champions.
There's still Starbucks in there, so be careful.
So like Sebastian chips a tooth.
What are Parmesan and Partisan doing?
They've got their own supplies, so they're just like chewing on some like raw meat jerky.
Rude of them not to share with us.
Why are they in raw?
Are they sharing one piece from two ends like?
Lady and the Tramp, yeah, it's getting
Lady
closer and
Tramp,
closer.
Just beef jerky.
Yeah.
Roger. Partisan.
No.
No?
Maybe. But they're also sharing like a wineskin back and forth, and they're enjoying reminiscing on some stories.
Are they
And
wearing sandals?
they are
Is
not
anybody
wearing
else
sandals. No, they're wearing
was
boots.
Anybody else wearing sandals while we were there?
Not that you were aware of. You didn't really look for it specifically, but you don't remember anyone wearing sandals. No.
Sebastian
How
is just the
dare
best.
they?
Sebastian
How
is
dare
the
they?
badass.
What are those?
What are those?
Also, the Jack Taylor again pointed out that does he know Ewan, the leather sex god? Because if those sandals are leather, then it could be a sign.
So true.
He is not my sex god.
Sebastian
He's-
is your sex god.
Hey, sex god.
Such a good twist.
No, he is not.
He might not be yours, but he is one.
He's not mine, but he's someone else's.
Aren't we all
Stop singing.
Oh.
Oh, I
Oh.
hope so.
Yeah. And you
But
get
he-
to the mountain range, and you get to a checkpoint where there is this outpost like dug into the tundra. It's kind of like an igloo, but if an igloo were like a duck blind, and you get flagged down. So whoever's driving can either stop or just plow straight through, I guess. But you do see like two hobgoblins get out of this duck blind and start like flagging you down.
Plow straight through.
Who's driving, by the way? So like I know Chad's on the engine.
Yes, me too.
I think Parter was the driver, wasn't
Yeah, I was the driver, wasn't I?
Yeah. So Parter, what do you do?
Drive through.
Okay. They give you a slow down, and then they start more frantically giving a slow down sign, and then their eyes go wide, and they like have to jump out of the way as you just straight past them. And you just hear a few
Don't stand in the road.
clinks of like crossbow bolts hitting the back of your vehicle. I don't know. I get.
Don't go on attack. Right?
Yeah, we don't want to attack.
No.
Just keep driving. Nothing happens.
Mike was on the flamethrower, but don't light up any potential hobgoblins.
As you're driving, Parter, can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I was trying to do sound effects with the arrows.
Yeah. Also, while you roll in, I really love that hashtag not my sex guide, isn't it?
Tim, what was it that I was rolling?
Dex saving throw for me, please.
Dexterity,
Yeah.
yeah. 9.
9. Okay.
9.
Can everybody, including Parter as well, do a dexterity saving throw? DC 14. Or roll for Sebastian. Sebastian failed.
16.
The guards. Oh, that's cocked.
22.
Failed.
Ew.
Failed. So the guards failed. Sebastian failed. So Mikey got 22.
16.
Parter, you're good. Pip.
Also 22.
Oh, yeah, Pip. Yeah, so you're fine.
I'm so sorry. Hold on a minute.
Dexterity saving throw.
I got a 5.
Okay.
18.
18. So everybody apart from Chad, the 2 guards, and Sebastian take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh no.
Sebastian's down to 3 hit points. The guard's okay, but as this big like net or webbing springs up out of the tundra and catches your skiff, and you just get slammed into the windscreen. Everybody else has kind of got their seatbelts on, so you're fine. But it's the 2 guards, Sebastian and Chad, just get launched into the bulkheads, and your entire skiff
Parter,
comes
I told
to
you to slow down.
comes to a halt. And as you do, as you kind of are collecting yourself, you look out the window, and you see 4, 5, 6 hobgoblins emerge from other duck blinds around this webbing, all with their crossbows drawn and aiming at the skiff.
I walk out of the vehicle with my hands up, and I go, oh look, it looks like I've got a frog hand.
It does. It got some nice webbing on it.
I go, I'm so sorry. We're new around here, and we didn't understand that this isn't what we were supposed to do.
Okay. Can you roll a deception check, please, for me, Pip?
Hey, I would say that that's true.
You were egging Parter on to like just completely go through the checkpoint.
That wasn't me. That was someone else.
That was some other grung that was in there who leaked out.
11.
11. Yeah, they do not look convinced. They start. Who speaks Goblinoid? Who speaks Goblin here?
No.
I don't think any of us do.
No. Okay, they all start like saying something in Goblin at you, but you can't understand. It's like, and they just start pointing at you and then pointing at the floor.
How many are there?
6.
6. Okay. And we can't.
Sebastian, do you speak Goblin?
Here, Sebastian's unconscious on the floor.
Can somebody
Do the
heal him?
guards?
So Partisan speaks up and says, I think they want you to surrender. Just get on your knees, put your hands up.
We've surrendered.
Can somebody heal Sebastian? I've got.
Yes, I'll give Sebastian 5 points of healing.
Okay. He wakes up and like draws in a sharp breath and then scrambles to the corner of the skiff and starts checking himself.
Who's
Checking.
we
Checking.
We didn't put the armor on anybody, did we?
No, it's inside a litter, like an Ark of the Covenant style gold presentation chest
Where,
in the back of your
make
skiff.
I want to make a move for it.
Okay.
And kind of like
You're
point.
gonna die.
They just start. They don't really know what you're doing, and they start pointing at the floor, and you they gesticulate more aggressively.
Sebastian, it's all right, buddy. You're okay. Do you speak Hobgoblin?
Yeah. I'm a bit rusty, but yeah, I speak Goblin.
We work your magic, buddy. Get those sandals out there.
I'm
Tell them that we're here.
I'm gonna warn you. I do have. I'm not a public. I'm not a public speaker.
Don't do this to me, Sebastian.
No, I'll do it. It's fine. Don't
on.
be angry.
Just tell them that we're here on diplomacy.
Okay. Sebastian kind of like climbs out of the back of the skiff and walks through the snowy tundra with his hands raised, and he starts going, and then starts having a conversation with these hobgoblins, and you don't really know what's going on. A couple of them, three of them stay where they are with their crossbows pointed at you. The other three go to the back of the skiff and open up the back doors and look inside. And they talk to one another. And they speak to Sebastian. Sebastian turns back around and goes, I think they want to escort us to the Black Ice Caverns.
Great. What we want, right?
And that is why we brought you with us.
I think that's
I'm
what we
so
want.
proud of you, Sebastian. Really proud.
Gives you 2 thumbs up.
They're escorting us as diplomats, right? Not prisoners.
They haven't put you in shackles or anything.
Esteemed guests.
But they also don't have a way of getting to the mountains as quickly as you do, so they're going to come in the skiff with you.
Can I cast something that will, since if we all agree that we're going with them to their hobgoblin hole?
We'll call it that to them.
Well, we won't say that out loud. We can call that. Can I cast telepathic bond to connect all of us and Partisan, Roger, and Sebastian, and I guess Smashburger.
No,
Bando?
I don't want to be telepathically linked to Smashburger.
I don't want Smashburger to fuck it up for everybody, though.
Bando?
He'll say sassy comments, but that's all he'll do. He's just bullshitting.
Lucky comment.
Well,
I need to be linked.
Yep, goes for us 5. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I need to be linked to Smashburger just so that if I need to dispose of a body, Smashburger can.
But not
There
today,
you
because he will burst if anyone gets it.
Is that everybody?
So you got the 3 guards.
Yep.
Smashburger, and you got the 5 of you. So you got Bando, Hot Rod, and Smashburger left.
I definitely want Smashburger because Smashburger's gonna ruin this for everybody.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that is Smashburger. Sorry, you got 1 left, which could be for Bando or Hot Rod.
Either Hot Rod or Bando.
Yeah.
Pip has a really good
Bando is
connection.
going to be so much more help than Hot Rod.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
Bando.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
Hot
fine.
Rod has 1 hit point.
Yeah, the last time we talked to Hot Rod, it was a lot of
Burp,
nonsense.
burp, 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 burp.
Yeah.
Hot Rod needs some space right now, so.
That's fine. So yeah, Bando.
So
Everybody
Bando's in.
but Hot Rod. Sorry, Hot Rod.
Bando's on the conference call.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna
we're all now telepathically bonded. Yes, I've already. Actually, it's a new channel. I haven't said what the spell is.
Yes.
Everyone be quiet. Shush, so we can hide it. We're in each other's heads. Leave the words unsaid. Think what you want. Just keep it nonchalant.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A very long word there that you included.
I know.
What does nonchalant mean?
It just means keep it cool, man. Keep it cool.
Okay. Keep it cool, man.
Yeah.
Everybody cool.
Yeah.
Everybody smooth.
So we're all connected. For anybody that doesn't know what telepathic bond is, it just means that we can all talk for the next hour in each other's heads. So we
Nice.
can say all the dumb shit that we normally would out loud, but just in each other's heads, and say, "Oh wait, I meant to say that in each other's heads."
Nice.
So you do this. You cast a spell.
Hot Rod is still looking for Arad.
And immediately you just hear conversational chatter between Roger and Partisan.
Oh my god.
Just
you guys.
immediately, there's like already thoughts going on. Like you just entered into a Discord channel halfway through someone's conversation.
Are they talking to each other in their brains?
What are they saying?
Or talking about each other in their brains?
they're thinking aloud. They don't realise what's happened.
Just keep it nonchalant.
Do you say this out loud or in your brain?
In my brain, Roger, parentheses,
Did
partisan.
you warn any of us that this was happening?
No, I
before
just
you
cast
moved
it.
No.
Just keep it nonchalant.
Okay.
Does this mean they've like everybody here's also now got an
Okay.
instant connection to my ghost?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. This is
Oops.
too much.
I'm gonna introduce her in that way.
Well, we're all
Every-
finding out that we're all connected because Roger and Partisan can't shut the fuck up.
Who's that? Who said that?
It's Chad, man. Just keep it.
Who?
Calm down.
Man.
Am I having a brain
Chad.
infarction?
Oh my god. Oh my god, Roger.
Hey, Roger,
Roger,
can you hear me
Roger.
too? Yeah, Partisan, I can hear you. Is that you? Yeah, it's me.
He's too.
The fuck is going on?
Pronounced Parmesan.
It's Parmesan.
It's Parmesan.
No, I don't know. I can hear your thoughts. Hey, hey, can you say burger out loud and I'll know you can actually hear me? I'm not just having like going really weird. Partisan just says burger out loud.
I also say burger out loud.
Can we all say burger?
Roger
out loud?
looks
Yeah, we
Roger
all
looks
say burger
super
out loud.
confused.
Burger.
What's Smashburger's reaction?
Smashburger just I think he just goes to sleep at this point. I think he just like curls
Good.
up.
That's the best possible outcome.
I'm so
But you just
thankful
hear
for
a
that.
fuck's sake.
All right, everybody, we're on the brain thing.
Is that you, Roger?
No, it's not Roger. Does Roger talk like this?
I don't know. I've never heard his brain before.
For fuck's sake.
Sounds like Roger.
Oh, that sounds like Smashburger. Come on.
What? Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
we'll go with
Oh
burger.
my-
Hey, say burger
oh
out
my
loud
God.
again.
Oh my god.
Burger. Which
Burger.
one?
He's not Roger. I'm Roger.
Fuck.
I say this in my head, right? Which one out of those two is the most annoying? Because whichever one it is.
I know. Partisan's asking the question and Roger's saying burger out loud.
I really wish business was here.
How quickly could I kill
is the
these
worst.
two guys?
Is that you, Roger?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm
Parmesan.
Roger.
I'm gonna eat it. Okay.
Don't eat Parmesan. No.
Who
No,
objects?
Parmesan
No.
actually quite nice.
Oh no, I
Wait.
could really murder a burger right now. Yeah, go for it,
Oh.
Roger.
Oh, you
Eat
really-
what you want.
Parmesan.
Just keep it nonchalant.
Mmm.
Everybody.
Is that like mushroom nonchalance?
Mike,
Okay.
you have my permission if you want to
Oh
eat
my
him.
god.
Don't eat mushrooms, they make you high.
Roger, you can't eat anybody. That's weird talking. What are you talking about?
Are we there yet?
You haven't started.
We haven't even moved.
No.
Everybody. That's what I'm.
So Parter gets into the driver's seat and takes off, and you go towards the tundra, but just with like Partisan being completely oblivious to. He's got, some people have face blindness. He seems to have some kind of inner monologue blindness, and he can't tell that none of you are just Roger. For the entire trip.
Eat him.
Okay.
You speed across the tundra, and you get to this moor, this opening in the side of the mountains, and it is the snow and the sort of blue-white ice that you've been familiar with on Shattermounts starts getting darker as it gets towards the mountain. It looks like there may be some kind of like charcoal or dark mineral deposit because the ice suddenly turns to black as you approach this cavernous opening. You go in and you are told by Sebastian via the hobgoblins to park the skiff inside the mouth of the cave and to leave it. So as Roger and Partisan get out, they pick up the litter and they march you through there, and you see this big black iron gates that are fortified on the interior of this mouth. And we'll end the episode there.
What? I didn't get to eat.
Didn't even get to eat one of them.
But can I just say, famous Paradigm just said that we are trending number 12 D&D on Twitch.
No way.
And then Too Old for Dislike says out of 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm Roger. I'm an illusion.
Thank you to
That's true.
Taylor for saying that you need to expose more people to us. Please don't for their own
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep this nonchalant.
We're
I
happy
don't
to
need
just
know.
fly under the radar.
Ego transfers, there's so many missing out. Could do that. That's one way like that.
Not gonna
That's
lie,
how we
this-
like it.
This chat was highly, highly distracting, but in a brilliant way.
Cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop reading it. I was like,
Well, I'd just like to say I hope everybody enjoyed this first episode of Crit the Bed. Thank you, everyone that has attended our first inaugural. Both those two words are redundant because they mean the same thing. Of Crit the Bed live stream. We'd love to have you back next week. And for everybody who's watching on VOD, I hope you enjoyed it as well. So there we go. Just enjoy it. Thanks to my players. If you want to do your business, you know what to do.
Well, don't do your business.
Oh, don't do your business.
too late.
Act like business, but don't do some business. So I'm gonna mix it up. So actually, do you need more time, Khalil? Should you go last?
I can go whenever.
All right, we're gonna go first with you then. Mix it up, Khalil. Where can people find you?
Online, I don't exist, but if you type in @ChadNauseum, you might find something or you might not. I don't know. I don't fucking do internet.
You won't find anything. I'll
Okay.
save you
You
the
might though. You might though.
Chad nauseum.
Whatever you find is not associated with us.
Yeah, and we're not
Not
responsible
associated
for the
with us, but
content that you read
might
on Chad
find
nauseum.
something. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Leo, you're on the internet right now.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's not true.
Dude, you're just a small man that lives in my computer.
It's not remotely true. Yes.
CYE, I forgot my own name.
That's the one.
No.
Mix it up. Ellie.
I'm at Ellie Bav and I do exist, so please go find me.
Josh.
At Peace and Parter.
Nice. And Annie.
I don't exist. I died in a house fire 13 years ago. But if you think I exist, I'm at Annie_squirrel.
And I'm at Lord Snapcase. Remember, if you don't know what to do, just be like these guys and crit the bed.
Yeah.
Right. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye all.
Oh, your comment was really funny reading them.